Welcome back to Kenton and Habiba. Today I have a very special video for you. I'm gonna be showing you how I made so many of my Christmas decorations without spending a penny. No ma'am, I did not spend 1 penny on this year's Christmas decorations. So I'm gonna be showing you how I made some garlands, brand new wreaths, and how I displayed them. And this doesn't even include the 4 Christmas trees that I also decorated. We'll reserve that for another video. So I'm really excited to show you what I've done so far. We're not done. You know how it is with Christmas. You're never really done decorating. But come on, let's show you what I have.
My goal this year was to use as many of the decorations that I already owned or to make my own decorations. So I'm starting outside. I have a lot of plants around the property that could easily be used to make Christmas decorations, like this holly shrub. Well, actually now it's almost a tree, overgrown. So I'm cutting a few branches, and I really should have worn some garden gloves because this stuff really pricks. But the leaves are so dark green and shiny and glossy, and they hold well. Now there's this other plant that separates my house from the neighbor's house, and I could also use this. It almost looks like magnolia leaves, but it isn't. But I think it's gonna work. So here we are. I have foraged a few leaves or branches, bringing them into the kitchen. And I also have the holly, and I also have some boxwood. So yeah, we have boxwood also in front of the house, which is perfect.
And before I show you how I made all these decorations, can I just show you my new recliner? I have a brand new recliner, new chair that I'm really ecstatic about. I was gifted this chair. I gotta show it to you because maybe you might want one for yourself. Maybe for your bedroom, for your living room, for your dining room. I don't know. Let me show it to you.
It's not too heavy.
We'll put it right here.
Do you need Kareem? This is more of a brown, right? Reddish brown, I believe.
This is a recliner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that bad with 2 people.
It's not that bad with 2 people.
No.
Cool. The chair is from Lubona, and it was delivered in less than 1 week. I am impressed. All right, so how was it putting it together? Was it difficult? Was it easy?
Slave labor.
Boo.
Huh?
People want to know.
I demand equity.
Boo, I ain't got time for your foolishness. So was it a good, was a level of difficulty?
1 out of 5? I say 2.
Okay. Why is it 2 versus 1? Or
Well, because the size of it. If you're trying to move it to put the legs on, you do have to roll it and be careful that it's recommended to be done on a carpet or a smooth, soft surface,
right?
So you don't scratch the leather pleather.
It looks like a piece that could go anywhere, right?
Well, yeah. It's it's home office, reading nook, library. You know, it's a classic design. When it comes, it's also minimal assembly. So it's not like it's really technically only 2 pieces: the back and the frame. That's it.
Right.
So you weren't doing a lot of screwing in, putting in.
Right.
You actually do more assembly with an office chair.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely check out Lubona if you're in the market for some bar stools or dining chairs or accent chairs, recliners or ottomans, and you want something in time for the holidays, shipped fast and affordable. Back outside, we have quite a few pine trees, and they've left a lot of pine cones on the ground, so that's really nice. That is free decoration from nature. So I love collecting pine cones to use for decorating. And what better gift from nature, right? As you know, North Carolina is known for tall pine trees, and we have quite a few, as you can see, but some of the branches had to be cut down because they were so close to the house. Anyway, I'm going to walk to the back of the house. We also have cedar, and cedar smells very fragrant. These are a little overgrown, but their leaves or their branches make for some great Christmas decoration. Considering people buy so many fake versions of this, I feel blessed to have this right in our backyard.
I think that's enough now. That's enough. I have foraged enough from around the property. Beautiful. It's going to be nice.
As I enter and pass the formal dining room, you can see the table's a little bit of a mess, but that's because we have dismantled our table candelabra. So it looks like a chandelier, but it's on the table, and it's been dismantled because one of them is missing a metal part. This is what it looks like for Halloween. Do you remember this piece? This crystal candelabra. I love it. And we actually have two pieces, but one of them is missing this metal piece. Please tell me where I can get this metal piece. I need someone's help. We don't know where to find this or how to get it remade. Now that I have all of my branches, I have at least 4 different plants, and all of these plants, interestingly, last through the winter. So here in North Carolina, sometimes we do get snow, and these are all plants that usually last through the winter. So I'm just going to go ahead and wash them off just to make sure any debris or potential bugs are washed off. And also the water helps to revive the plants or keep them, looking fresh longer. And I just love how fragrant these cedar plants are. So I guess this is kind of a hack. I'm starting off with a number of uninspiring old garlands. You know, the ones that look basic. I've already added one to the fireplace with some pine cones and also added some false eucalyptus leaves that I had from before. And then I'm adding some of those branches that I foraged from outside. Now, this is the lazy method. Like, you literally just can push it in to the existing, artificial garland and then use some of the branches from the artificial garland because it has wire in it to wrap around the branches that, you got from nature. So this is pretty simple, right? And I will keep adding a number of branches until I get the desired thickness or fullness or look that I want. I love how the garland is looking now. It's a lot fuller. It's definitely not the final look, but I like the pine cones, the eucalyptus leaves, and the fairy lights that I've added. Now in the kitchen, my cabinets are very tall. I have a lot of cabinets, tall, basic cabinets, and it doesn't feel like Christmas though. So I plan to make a wreath, and I'm going to need some floral wire. Basic floral wire, which you can get from any craft store. Of course, my greens. And we're going to shape that into a wreath. I'm going to use this old garland as a base. I just put it into a circle. So find a garland that has, very sturdy wire. Then you're going to make some bunches that are about the same size using the collection of leaves that you have. So you see I have, different layers, and I'm going to try to keep those layers even. Make several bunches. So the 4 different types of plants into one small bunch, and then use the floral wire to wrap it around. So this is the tedious part. It's not hard, but it is a little tedious making several bunches. This is the proper way or the more professional way to make a garland or wreath instead of the lazy hack that I showed you earlier. So you see I have a number of bunches. They're roughly about the same size. And then what you're going to see is I'm going to overlap them. Oh, I have my list. I'm always working with a list that I check off. If you have the right size wreath frame, you could use that. But again, this was for the cabinet. And so it's a very particular size and it's smaller. So which is why the garland works when you put it in a circle. Anyway, you can see I am putting the bunches overlapping. So they're overlapping. That way it keeps the wreath full, and making sure to secure it really well because you don't want any of these bunches falling off. I'm showing you with one hand, but technically you want to use two hands. So I might trim some of the pieces before I hang it up above the kitchen cabinet. So I have this ribbon. I was going to use this one. It's from Big Lots, $4, but I think it's too bright. So I'm going to use this one. It's a little bit more muted, but you know, to each his own, because now I'm watching it and I'm thinking I could have used the candy cane ribbon. That would have been maybe more cheerful, but this is also very traditional. I've tied a bow on the wreath, as you can see, and it has the wires, so it's easy to shape it. And then I'm going to loop a piece of ribbon on the top. So I have the bow below and then looping a piece of ribbon above. And then I'm using hot glue. My glue gun has been through many, many projects. All right, hot glue to secure the ribbon so it doesn't really move. And then I'm going to drape it above the cabinet. So in case you wondered how people attach, you know, a wreath to their cabinet without command strips or without, you know, anything major. Here we go. Gonna loop it over the door and using hot glue, I'm gonna secure it to the door. And believe it or not, you can peel off the hot glue when you're ready without it, you know, messing with the door.
Because hot glue will not destroy this. It will come off.
I was with my family in the mountains here. I grew up in North Carolina. A lot of tree farms around there.
It will peel off when you want it to.
Ta-da!
Jesus. Oh my God. All right, folks, look at this. This is not safe. Do not use chairs, please. No.
Isn't that nice? Because there was just no Christmas in the kitchen. Right. I just wanted to see that it's not disrupting anything. Thank you, Lord. I did not fall. So now I'm going to turn my attention to the mirror in the breakfast room, which needs a little bit of sprucing up, a little bit of Christmas. So I'm going to add a long garland to this, but I'm also going to do a little bit something extra, and you'll see, but we're starting off with the same kind of basic garland that you can get at many stores. And again, none of this is new, okay? I did not buy anything new this year so far. So far, I've been good. We've just been buying clothes that we don't need to entertain you. Anyway, let's keep going. You get the technique, right? And you'll see what I'm about to do next. So as you can see, by having the pre-made bunches or, you know, clusters of plants, your garland gets this not only full look, but kind of luxe look because it has almost like an even amount of variety of plants. And I really love the boxwood. I love the boxwood and the smaller leaves of the cedar. It just, I don't know, it's really beautiful when you add all of these plants together. Oh, and of course, the berries from the ivy just adds another touch. So I was looking at my tree for inspiration that I flocked. If you saw the previous video, you saw how I added that snow. And I was like, girl, you need to flock this garland too, because that wall is kind of light colored and this dark green might be a little bit too harsh in color. So we've got my snow flock. And I think I shared with you, I bought this from Walmart online. So I went online because it's really hard to find this product. First, you spray your garland or your wreath or whatever you're working with, and it could be artificial or it could be real leaves. Spray it with water, and then you just go ahead and you dust it with the snow flock. So it's really easy, and the results are just, I don't know, but I think amazing. Now, of course, don't forget to protect your floor. I'm using a piece of tarp or a large piece of tarp on the floor because it can get pretty messy. But anyway, I really enjoy doing this, and it's really quick, believe it or not. It reminds me of dusting a cake. You know, I love my dessert, so this snow is like using confectioner's sugar on dessert. As I was shaking on the snow flock, I had a brief moment of doubt where I was like, oh Lord, girl, did you mess it up? Does it look better without the snow? But then I was like, you know what? It's going to frame that mirror. And when I look in the mirror, I'm going to see my tree, which is also snow flocked. So I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love how it turned out. And I love seeing the reflection of the chandelier behind me and the tree as I look at this long snow flocked or snow covered garland. And can you imagine how much money I have saved? I have saved a ton of money because when you buy like these designer luxe garlands or wreaths, they cost a lot of money. And here, all I did was go outside. Okay, it's kind of late and Kenton has gone to pick up Miriam from college. You know, she's coming home for Christmas. So anyway, let me go ahead and put this little centerpiece. These are some old sugar fruit, old sugar fruit decorations. I had this like years ago. I don't even know. This might even be like 20 years. That's how long I've had them. I pulled them off an old garland or an old wreath. This one has like a hook, so I'm going to just put it on the tree. I think that would be ideal if I just, stick it in the tree, right? I think I like this apple also in the tree. It has a little branch hook on it, so it works. And then the rest I will leave in the bowl. Just something simple until I plan something else. Maybe some flowers. As I've told you many times, I grew up in northern Nigeria, which is in West Africa, as a child up until I was 16. And growing up, my Western mother always decorated for Christmas. So Christmas has always been very special to us. So even though my father was Muslim and even though my Muslim grandparents really did not like that we celebrated Christmas, we always had Christmas. And it was always kind of cool and magical. Like, look at this. Do you see the ceiling? That's what I'm showing you, my moon man. Y'all remember where I got that moon man from? Remember? Comment below if you know where that moon man is from. Anyway, is it kind of tacky or not? I wasn't sure. But I put it on and I was like, oh, maybe this adds something to the living room. This is our family room, so I don't have to be super formal or serious.
Show you my dedication. It is pitch black out here. It is cold and I have no business going outside. But once I start a project, this is the thing with me. I have to finish. And I don't want to be doing this tomorrow. So I'm going outside in the cold. Kareem didn't even want to come out. But I'm going to get some more branches. I can barely see, but we're going to make it work. I need some boxwood, some more boxwood, and I need some more holly. So I'm going to get that quickly, go back in and finish this.
I'm going to be making a larger wreath to go above the mantle on the mirror. And again, tedious, but it's kind of satisfying to really get it done. And now I can focus on other layers of decorating, adding decor, adding ribbons, adding sparkle. But yeah, at least the base is kind of done. But of course, Christmas decorating is never really done, is it? We're just going to keep adding layers until we're satisfied. As I was looking through my cabinets, I realized, oh, my cute little measuring cups. I didn't take you out for Christmas. You always come out. These are a stack of measuring cups. You've seen so many varieties or variations of this, right?
I still have this much less and I can't waste it. So I'm going to use some of them. They look like scraps, but there's still some good ones, I think.
I know I should probably go to bed now, but instead I've decided to focus on this light fixture in the dining room that I don't really like too much, but it's functional, so I'm going to make it look more festive with some greenery.
Here I go, standing on the chair again, and I'm just going to attach that here. I have a wire. Just going to put that up here.
So far, this is what it's looking like, but I ran out of bundles. Bundles, get it? Those of you that get it. Hair bundles. But anyway, these green bundles, I ran out, so this is what it looks like so far. I might add something else. Should I add ribbons to it? What do you think? Before I go to bed, I just wanted to appreciate how beautiful my tree looks and how magical it looks, right? Look how the snow flocking and the lights and the decor make such a difference. All right. A few days later, and Kenton is here to model our new recliner from Lubona.
It's so funny. It can actually go further, I think. Yeah.
It's firm and comfortable. It's got
Right.
back support. Yeah.
How much would you have paid for it? Honestly, how much would you have paid for it?
I mean, normally it's something like this. It's not what I would pay for it, but I've seen what it
Okay.
goes for. Anywhere from 3 to 5,
Okay.
and various.
About 3 to 5. Yeah. I guess, yeah. If it were real leather, I think it
Oh,
would
then
be
it would be
then
more.
over $1,000. Yeah, it would be closer to
Yeah.
1.5.
Well,
I think.
that's a little much, but
No, for real leather
Well, if it's
reclining shades.
yeah, it could be, but
But, you know, no animals were harmed in the making of this
no, it's a good
particular.
color.
And I like the little detail of the
Yeah.
nailing, or what they call these sort of antique, these nails that are added. I guess they're not
Yeah.
nails, but I
Yeah.
forget the name of the detail.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Don't forget to thumbs up. Did you like this garland? Will you be trying something like it? Did you like the wreath in the kitchen? And should I swap out the bow with a different type of ribbon? Don't forget to say hello from wherever you're watching me from. I really appreciate it. Again, I hope you've enjoyed watching me do all these DIY projects. And now I'm going to see if I can check this chair out in a little bit more detail, because your girl hasn't even sat in the chair yet. As you can see, it is well padded. It feels very nice and plush and comfortable. No, it is not real leather, for those of you that don't want us killing animals to make furniture. So I just realized that because the chair has rubber soles, you can actually move it easily and it will not scratch your floor. So that's really cool. And then I just wanted to show you how I would style it. I am adding a red scarf diagonally, you know, just to give it that kind of Christmassy, warm, cozy feeling and a pop of color. Instead of a red scarf, you might add a white throw or a green throw or a gold throw maybe. What are your Christmas colors this year? Yeah, comment below. What are your Christmas colors this year in your living room or through your house? I know red is classic, but, you know, sometimes people might think it's also overdone. Anyway, let me sit and relax. I have been moving. My back is hurting me. Let's lay back a little bit. For real, I could fall asleep in this chair just looking at my tree. Then I was like, girl, what about your fur blanket? Now that is a little piece of heaven with this chair. What? Honey, we are going to lay back and live that soft life. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know your favorite part of this video. Did you like the DIY projects? Did you like the chair? And if you do, check out the links in the description box below. I will see you later, and I definitely need to come back and show you my 4 trees. This is only one of them. Bye! See you Sunday with a haul. Have a great weekend.